Hi, I'm Giovanni, a full-time engineer who wants to share the adventures, yes, on weekends and on vacation. Hello! We just picked up the van and now we don't know where to go. But the holiday starts now. This spring we decided to go to Iceland and rent a camper van. We had the vague idea of doing the ring road, but no strict plan. The first stop was Reykjavik, to get some lunch and see the city. It is quite a small city and it does not require that much time to walk through the streets of the center. So, after walking a little bit around in Reykjavik, we are looking for a camping spot where we will park the camper for the night and then we will go to dinner. We arrived at the campsite.
You have arrived.
The Reykjavik Eco campsite, which we chose because it was within walking distance, more or less, of the restaurant that Ola booked for the evening. We had a shower and now we will go for dinner. Tonight will be the first night ever for me and Ola in a camper van. We are walking back from the restaurant and we had a really nice dinner with 7 courses of Icelandic dishes. The weirdest thing we had was the puffin, which is a local bird in case you don't know. In my opinion, it tasted a little bit like a flying goat. Good morning.
We are reorganizing our stuff in the suitcases and in the van to have a little bit more space.
Good morning from the second day in Iceland. Today we will start by going to Rekyadalur, a hot springs thermal river, and then we have no plan. We are having a quick breakfast with coffee and pastry from a place called Broad, who knows. So after the stop at the bakery, we will also stop to get some groceries because we don't have anything at the moment. We just stopped for some groceries, so now we should be set for a couple of days. We were finally seeing some of the landscapes that make Iceland famous as soon as we left the city. As we were getting closer to the river, we started to notice more and more signs of geothermal activity. We are starting our hike up to the thermal river and hopefully we can get into it. As soon as we started hiking, we could see some fumaroles and we were quite fascinated from them. Along the way, I kept checking the water temperature with my hands, waiting to find the spot from which it starts to be warm. Yeah, the water is quite warm here. I am starting to smell some sulfur, stronger and stronger. I think we are getting closer to the really hot water. The spot to get into the water is quite obvious because of the wooden walkways and the people already in. Here it starts to be really hot. After about 1 hour of walking, we are here and now we are enjoying sitting in the hot water. It's really hot. We just got out of the water. It was very warm and also very relaxing.
Now we are just walking here around to see if there is anything interesting, and then we will go back to the van and drive to our next point.
We continued walking along the river and we found more signs of geothermal activity, which made us understand where the hot water was coming from. We also reached a nice spot that had a very good view on the valley where the river runs. The hot water is not the only attraction, because the landscape is also stunning. We're starting to go down quickly, such that we can do something else today. On the way down, we took some extra time to admire the landscape and some fumaroles. We just had a quick lunch on a bench that we found.
And now we are driving to see the waterfall Gullfoss.
We drove for 1 more hour through more stunning landscapes. We are now at Gullfoss and the waterfall is really impressive. The only downside is that it looks very touristic and there are tons of people here. Nevertheless, Gullfoss is a really majestic waterfall and a must-see in my opinion. After Gullfoss, we drove directly to the Reykjavik campsite. And we enjoyed sitting outside since the weather was quite nice. The next day started with breakfast at the campsite, followed by the usual preparation to hit the road again.
We are starting day 3 in Iceland. We are just leaving the campsite. Today we will go to see some waterfalls. The first one is Haifoss.
It was again another day of unbelievable scenery out of the windshield. After a while, I realized that my co-pilot wasn't appreciating the scenery as much as I did. With a short, bumpy and paved road, we finally arrived at Haifoss. We've just seen the Haifoss waterfall. It's really impressive, but I think it would be even better to see it from the bottom. After driving the gravel road back, I was left on my own again, admiring the views out of the windshield. We drove for almost 2 hours until we reached the next spot we wanted to hit. We are here at Seljalandsfoss, this waterfall, which I for sure mispronounced. And the cool thing about it is that you can walk behind it. If you walk under the waterfall, expect to get a little bit wet. As expected, it is quite touristic since the access from the road is very easy. There are also a couple of other small waterfalls. The next stop was the DC3 plane wreck nearby. We've just seen the DC3 plane wreck, and now I think we will try to go to another waterfall if it doesn't rain too hard. We are starting to get tired, and we are now here at Skogafoss, which is also very impressive and right next to the road. After seeing the waterfall from the bottom, we decided to check out what you can see from above. A set of steps takes you to a viewing platform above. We walked the steps to the top, and it's not that interesting to see the waterfall from the top, but the view on the plain below, it's quite good. I would suggest to still go. And there is still a smaller waterfall about 200 meters further up, and I think also this is nice to see. And now, after seeing the waterfall, we are driving to Vik for the night. We were quite tired, so as soon as we arrived at the campsite, we decided to go to a restaurant to avoid cooking. We decided to end the day with a quiet moment at the beach.
Good morning. Day number 4 here in Iceland, and we are waking up in Vik. This was definitely the night I slept the best. First day we are using the kitchen in the van.
I'm waiting here in the van because Ola went to do her good citizen duties by voting, and then we are on the road again. We are driving about 20 minutes back from Vik because yesterday we skipped a couple of places of interest just to get to the camping at a decent time. We are walking to a plane wreck, and it's extremely windy. This walk is about 1 hour, but feels infinite because of the monotonous landscape. We are almost back, but this walk is feeling infinite, really infinite. And apparently there was a quicker way to get there. The spectacular peninsula of Dyrholaey was just a short drive away. There were some very interesting rock formations all around the area. In less than 5 minutes from the first parking, we reached the lighthouse on the higher part of the peninsula. The most breathtaking sight was actually the view stretching inland. We just were at the Dyrholaey viewpoint and it's amazing. I think it's the best place we've been so far. With another short drive, we reached Reynisfjara, the famous black beach that was used as a set for many movies. Next, we drove back to Vik to refuel and get some groceries. We stopped in Vik for groceries and had a quick lunch with instant soup. Now we are driving further. The next stop was Fjaðrárgljúfur.
We came now to see a canyon with the river and we are walking to a viewpoint. We are coming back from the canyon and it's really amazing. It's still quite touristic, but definitely worth visiting. We stopped to see some lava fields on our way.
Our camping for that night was in Skógafoss.
We just arrived at our camping, took showers and now we will cook pasta for dinner.
As we settled in for dinner, we discussed our plan for tomorrow. Very strong winds were forecasted.
So do you think we should drive with the wind?
I don't know, it looks like we can still try to drive in the morning.
Good morning! Today we can start directly on foot. So we left the camper van parked where we had it for the night and we are walking. Our first stop of the day was a waterfall, Svartifoss, that was only a short hike away from the campsite. We are doing an extra 200 meters for a view and then we have to run to the car because there is wind coming, so we should drive while we can. The next stop was Svínafellsjökull, which was our first time seeing a glacier from up close in Iceland. During the drive to Fjallsárlón, I had again great company.
We went to see a tongue of the glacier quite close to our camping, and now we are at the second point where you can see the glacier, but the weather is turning really bad. For tonight and tomorrow it is forecasted crazy strong wind, so we are trying to get to the camping early and prepare for the wind.
We prepared for the worst to go see the second glacier, but it's actually not that terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not nice chill weather, but survivable. Well, I was pretty optimistic. The weather is actually quite bad. It's very windy and rainy. Off to Diamond Beach, and then we will set up camp and prepare for the storm. Our visit to Jökulsárlón was quite short due to the worsening weather. The next stop was Ofn, where we planned to stay for the night. We got some groceries here in Ofn and we decided to continue. From there to our goal, the Fjaðrárgljúfur campsite, was another 1.5 hours of driving.
It's really good for this road.
Once arrived, we had a quick Mexican-inspired dinner before going to bed. It is definitely windy here. At the moment we are chilling at campsite, but I don't know what we will do because it's terrible. It's so strong. So, day number 6 in Iceland. Today in the morning we took it quite easy because it's very windy, there is a wind warning, but we checked it and I think it will be okay in the direction we need to go. So now we are trying to drive and we will give you updates if there are any troubles with the wind. The first place we wanted to reach was Jökulsárlón, which was about 2.5 hours away. During the drive, we realized that it was snowing just a little higher than the road. From Jökulsárlón, we wanted to continue and see Sturlagill. So the weather is really awful right now, so we decide to bail on the canyon we wanted to see, and we will go to some thermal baths. We went to Vok baths.
Stormy weather and hot bath.
Because one of the floating pools was closed due to the weather, we got a free drink.
We are crossing to the floating ones. The walk there is gonna be extremely cold and windy. Okay, we survived. We are ready to go back. After our crazy adventure in the cold, we are in the steam bath, getting warm. We are warming up properly. Are you going or not?
Yeah, I already went. The water was fun.
The cold! And we are taking the warmth again. Ready? Ready with the follow? Now we are safe in the warmth of the water.
Before leaving, we got to enjoy a free tea. That was definitely a nice touch. For dinner, we enjoyed some Mexican-inspired food again. And then we chilled in the van. Day 7 started with the usual breakfast and some indecision.
So we are looking at the weather forecast. We basically have to decide if to try to go back the same way. We are about half away of the ring road now and get a lot of wind but nice weather, or get less wind but shittier weather.
I think in general looks better if we go back. What do you think?
Still undecided, we got ready to hit the road again. Okay, so in the end we decided to continue on the ring road. The weather is not as nice, but at least we shouldn't have any wind problems that might stop us from driving. The first place where we stopped was Rekyadalur, a waterfall that we saw on the side of the road. After a quick break at this waterfall, we started driving again to reach Sturlagil, a canyon with scenic basalt formations. We just were in the point labeled the main entrance of the canyon on the west side, and I think it's totally not worth it. Now we are driving to the other side, which seems so much better. We are now walking to the other side of the canyon, and we've already seen a waterfall that looks so much better, and hopefully we will see a lot of these basalt columns. After a short walk, we started to see the first basalt columns, and we realized that the platforms on the other side were sitting exactly on top of them. From this side, we could really appreciate the beauty of the canyon and its distinct rock formations. Once we started driving, I noticed that my co-pilot was being very supportive. The weather started getting worse. We had a quick lunch break with the spiciest instant ramen ever.
Whoa, it's so spicy.
We are going to Svartifoss in a snowstorm. The weather is crazy. Just came back after seeing Svartifoss, and the weather was awful, like so treacherous, so cold, so windy, and we came back so wet. But now we are warming up in the van. Next, I think we will go to a spa. To warm up, we decided to head to the Mývatn nature baths.
Finally warming up. How are you enjoying the water all?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the water.
Falling asleep?
Yes.
You don't want to exit at all?
No. Super cold, are you sure?
Come on. We are trapped here forever now. Enjoy the steam bath. Okay, we found the warmest spot in the pool and now we will just chill in here. Now we are in the cold pool. It's not that bad. It's so nice after having suffered in the cold to be finally here. And getting a free shower, such that then we don't have to go from the van out and suffer the cold. Oh, it's so hot now.
With a short drive, we reached the camping for the night. Just parked the van and we are walking to a nearby restaurant to hopefully get dinner. It looks like a farm that cook their own products. The whole dinner was pretty great and we were happy to avoid cooking for one night.
Good morning. We woke up and it's already snowing here at the camping place.
We ate our usual breakfast and we got ready for the day. Day number 8 on the road here in Iceland, and we have a couple of things to see here near the big lakes, Mývatn or something like that. I'm sure I mispronounced it. And then we will try to go to see the puffins. Let's keep our fingers crossed that they will be there. Such lovely weather as always! Jökulsárlón was the first stop of the day. This place is interesting for two reasons: geology and birdwatching. After the short walk, we are warming up here in a cafe. It was really cold. So we are driving again. We go to see some fumaroles really close nearby. But first we will drive around the lake the other way just to see if the views are good. The fumaroles are in a place called Ervir. This place really feels like being on a different planet. Here it smells a lot like sulfur. It is also full of mud that is not so easy to clean from your shoes. From there we started driving to Jökulsárlón, where we hope to see some puffins. On the way there, we stopped for one of our usual lunches with instant soup, while the weather was quite awful outside. We pulled over where we saw some parked cars, had a very short walk, and finally we saw some puffins for the first time. The next spot was Reynisfjara. We went to two viewpoints here on the cliffs in this peninsula in the north, and on one we finally seen some puffins. Nothing crazy, but the few we've seen were enough to be satisfied in this awful weather. We continued driving to Akureyri, where we planned to spend the night. Before heading to our camping spot, we decided to stop at Forest Lagoon.
Another day, another free shower. Well, not exactly, we paid quite a bit to come in here, but the bonus of the free shower and not needing to shower in the camping, it's quite good. We are at the Forest Lagoon. I think today is the warmest day, so maybe it was not even necessary to come here. Huh? Oh yeah, yes. Oh, this is 41 degrees, not like yesterday.
I'm really not giving way with this horse.
Why?
Give up.
It is probably the best of this lagoon or geothermal spas we've been so far.
We chilled for a while and then it was time to go. We wanted to stop for some groceries before heading to the campsite. Pasta was on the menu for tonight. On day 9, we decided to treat ourselves with some coffee and pastries before leaving Akureyri.
We are walking to this waterfall called Reykjafoss, and there should be also hot springs there.
It's warm, but it's not great.
The hot spring looked really nice, but it is too cold and muddy around it to be willing to change. So we decided not to jump in.
Before visiting the next spot, we had lunch with some instant food, our staple by now. The next place to check was Gulfoss Canyon, which is under a small road bridge and does not require any walking to reach it. Hvitzerkur was our next spot on the list. It is a stack with a very special shape that looks like an animal drinking. We kept driving around the Vatsnes Peninsula to reach the campsite in Hvammstangi.
The day was going great. We have been in many great places until we got stuck in the mud at the campsite. This is the first time that something like that happens to me. Even in snow or anything, I was never fully stuck. A lot of people here at the camping came together to help, and they pulled us out. So everything worked in the end.
After our misadventure, we could finally enjoy a nice dinner. Day 10 started with breakfast at the campsite, like most of the other days. Right after breakfast, it was time to get ready for another day on the road.
Day number 10. And finally we have good weather again. This is so nice. It gives you so much energy when the weather is so good. And now we are starting to drive, and the first thing should be some outside hot tubs, and then we will see, because we have in mind to do a lot of things, but we don't want to overload the day.
It's so hot. Wanna start in the middle? Too hot still. So lovely, chilling here in these hot tubs by the sea. Is that one better?
For me now, yes.
I am now in the warmest one and it's really warm. Really. We just chilled in these amazing little hot tubs by the sea. And we got a free shower. We had lunch there. And now we are in for the most epic drive so far, almost 4 hours, to hopefully see some puffins.
Along the road, we spotted the oldest steel ship in Iceland and had a quick stop there. The last part of the road to get to Latrabjarg was quite epic, with its steep drops to the ocean below.
There are puffins here in this place, but we are quite far from them, so it's not easy to get a good shot. We are here in the westernmost point of Iceland, but yeah. We were hoping to see puffins on this cliff, but I think the access to see the cliff is not that great, and from where we could see we couldn't spot any, or any for sure. Maybe there are, but we're not able to tell without binoculars.
We failed to see the puffins, but at least we came to a pretty spectacular place with quite a crazy road to get there.
Even if it was getting late, we decided to drive some more crazy roads and had one last stop in Rekyadalur beach before heading to a campsite. It was one of those beaches that look like a mirror with the right tide, and we were lucky to have it all to ourselves. We had a quick dinner in the van and then we were on a mission to find a place to sleep. We found an amazing campsite without many facilities, but directly at the beach. Starting the next day directly at the beach was unforgettable.
We are starting for day
11 in Iceland, and we slept in an amazing campsite by the beach. Not many facilities, but the place was 10 out of 10. And now we have another long drive to go to Svínafellsjökull. And the most important thing, happy birthday to me. The first stop of the day was at the Jökulsárlón viewpoint, where we had a quick lunch. Then we went to check out the view of this iconic mountain. Next, we went to Fjaðrárgljúfur, a waterfall that we spotted on the side of the road. A short drive away was Ytri beach, where we hoped to spot some seals. Next, we stop at the Gönguleið cliffs to look at these huge basalt columns. We are driving back to Reykjavik without any other stop in mind, and sadly this trip is over. We had a lot of great experiences, some misadventure, but overall it was a great trip. I just hope to come back again and focus on smaller area, or have more time to really spend time in every place. For me was the first trip in quite a while in which I wasn't the main organizer. I wasn't the one actively deciding where to go. So I have to thank Ola for planning this great trip. We're back at the campsite where we started, and for nostalgia we even chose the same spot for the van. It was then time to cook dinner for one last time here in Iceland. We chose to have burgers. Last breakfast in a campsite.
We didn't see many puffins, so we decided to get some help, and we booked a boat tour to go see them. Hopefully, we will see plenty of them today. Once we arrived at the pier, we got kitted out with waterproof suits.
We will see puffins and other seabirds today. Binoculars. They're very good divers. 35 years.
Here you can see my best attempts at trying to film the puffins taking off.
There is
At this point, Ola was getting a little seasick.
again. No, exactly.
Our next goal was to have a snack with coffee and pastries.
It's closed. It was written open. Thank you.
So we had a nice coffee with pastries, then I had a nice Icelandic hot dog, and now we will try to see if we can go early to the Sky Lagoon. You're enjoying the sun.
So afraid.
Ola was registered as a driver, but she didn't try so far, so now we have this novelty of her trying to drive.
You see who is the only person driving properly.
Can you let us know how was your driving experience of the van?
It was very good. Better than expected. Much better than expected.
So you could have driven the whole trip by yourself?
No. Are you crazy?
Last day, last thing we are doing is chilling here at the Sky Lagoon.
After chilling a bit in the main lagoon, we decided to go through the 7 steps ritual.
Just went through the 7 steps of the rituals and now we are really relaxed. That was quite a great experience.
There were 2 saunas, some cold bath, feeding, and at the end Icelandic drink.
And also the steam bath.
The steam bath.
2 raspberry mojito, please. Perfect, thanks.
We are celebrating my birthday 1 day late with a drink.
I don't know, it's
Ola failed, I succeeded. Cool! Don't suffer too much.
It was like physical pain on my ankles. Did you feel it?
Ah, just the feet it was.
Yes, but that here, like it's crushing it. You see how I stayed there?
Yes. Are you proud of yourself? Time to go out.
We just came out of a sky lagoon. The experience was quite amazing. I feel so relaxed now. We will look for lunch now and then it's time to return the van and go for our hotel in the airport for the night because we are catching an early flight tomorrow morning.
We chose to go to the Icelandic bar to have Icelandic food for the last time. And of course we decided to try the fermented shark.
Interesting.
It's not good. feel like it goes to your nose?
No, but it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad.
After lunch, it was time to drive the van for the last time to return it. We are in our hotel room for the last night, and tomorrow we have an early flight at 9 a.m. So we are chilling here tonight. We found some alcohol-free beer for chilling in the room later. It was also time to have our last dinner in Iceland.